on Monday, August 18th. We've called a special session of the Logansport City Council to consider 4 ordinances that pertain to annexation and issues related to the annexation that we began last year. Council, you may remember that we considered 5 issues that were raised during the discussion of the annexation. All of these issues were raised by the residents in the area that was annexed, and we made an effort to accommodate their wishes and to address some of their concerns. We did it on first reading. There was a remonstrance that was filed, and then we pulled the 4 ordinances back until for further consideration, and now we're back today. So that's what the purpose of the meeting is. That's the only thing that's going to be on the agenda tonight, other than following the standard procedure where we will go through the standard agenda. So the meeting's been called to order. Please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Jeremy Ashcraft.
Here.
Bob Bishop.
Here.
Joe Buck.
Here.
Gary Clark.
Here.
Charlie Hastings.
Here.
Chuck Liddell.
Present.
Teresa Popejoy. Present.
All 7 members are present. There are no minutes for consideration tonight. There are no comments of the mayor. Are there any petitions or comments of citizens? All right. Reports from committees, boards, or commissions? Hearing none. On to old business. Ordinance 2013-25. Councilman Bishop, please.
Ordinance 2013-25, an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of Logansport, Indiana, concerning the raising of livestock. Your Honor, I motion for a vote on ordinance 2013-25.
Second.
Ordinance 13-25 has been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? Councilman Bishop.
Your Honor, according to our bylaws of the council, ordinance 2001-33, in section 13, it says no ordinance shall be passed by the Common Council unless and until such proposed ordinance is read at 2 consecutive meetings of the Common Council, unless otherwise by law provided. These ordinances, this would not be a consecutive meeting, and I'm also concerned about this meeting makes all the ordinances that we voted on the first ordinance at our last meeting invalid, since we're not voting on them tonight. Does our council have an opinion on that? Do you need this?
No.
I read the ordinance today because I was aware of your concern about the consecutive nature, and I agree that passing the ordinances, the annexation ordinance today, does not put them into law because they have to be passed in consecutive meetings. So I wasn't aware of your concern until just now.
Would you, that's my biggest concern, is the fact of having this meeting that we will be invalidating all of our first readings at our last council meeting.
This is a special meeting, Bob, and obviously Randy is legal counsel for the city. This is a special occasion where we certainly have the right to expedite issues as they come forward. I think we all agree that action tonight does not finalize these ordinances that we're considering, but if we do them tonight as well as the next meeting scheduled for September 2nd, that we would have met the threshold.
The ordinance in question says that no ordinance shall be passed by the Common Council unless and until such proposed ordinance is read at 2 consecutive meetings of the Common Council, unless otherwise by law provided.
Right.
The law does provide for special meetings of the council to occur. I suppose that's still a question. You can amend any ordinance to be a resolution and take care of it in that fashion.
Yes, or we could call for a suspending of the rules, which takes a unanimous vote.
I agree, that's a possibility.
So I'll call to suspend the rules.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion regarding suspension of the rules? Call for a vote on suspending the rules.
Jeremy Ashcraft,
Yes.
Teresa Popejoy,
Yes.
Joe Buck,
Yes.
Gary Fox,
Yes.
Charlie Hastings,
Yes.
Chuck Liddell,
Yes.
Teresa Popejoy.
Yes again.
Bob Bishop.
Yes.
Thanks, Bob.
Bob
Can't
needs to
vote
vote.
twice.
Motion to suspend the rules passes on a vote of 8 in favor, 0 opposed.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Okay, the rules have been suspended to accommodate the issues before us tonight. We're back now to ordinance 2013-25. It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any more discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote on ordinance 2013-25.
Teresa Popejoy,
Yes.
Chuck Liddell,
Yes.
Charlie Hastings.
Yes.
Gary Fox.
Yes.
Joe Buck,
Yes.
Bob Bishop,
Yes.
Jeremy Ashcraft.
Yes.
Ordinance 2013-25 passes on second reading on a vote of 7 in favor, 0 opposed. Ordinance 2013-26. Councilman Hastings, please.
Ordinance 2013-26, an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of Logansport, Indiana concerning the use of firearms. Your Honor, I call for a vote on 2013-26.
Second.
Ordinance 2013-26 has been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? Call for a vote on ordinance 2013-26 on second reading.
There's been a time lapse here, don't we have to do this? Are we doing, did we approve it for all of the
All of it.
ordinances when we approved it on
To
the
sus-
last one, or do
to
we have
s-
to approve this on each ordinance?
Randy?
Suspending the rules on each ordinance?
My interpretation was that we were suspending the rules on each ordinance, but that's really up to the person that made the motion.
Okay.
On each ordinance or for this meeting?
For this meeting, is what I meant.
Your Honor, I make a motion to suspend the rules on ordinance 2013-26.
Okay.
Second.
All right. I'm not sure what we do here. I have two
That's
council
covered.
people telling me that this is for each ordinance. I have two council people telling me the intent was for the entire meeting.
The safest route, since there's been a motion and a second, is to go ahead and vote.
Past practice says that we've done it for an individual ordinance. We've never done it in the 7 years I've been doing this for an entire meeting, so I think it would be smart just to do it for each ordinance.
Okay.
Okay, there's been a motion and a second to suspend the rules to consider ordinance 2013-26 on second reading. Call for the vote, please.
Jeremy Ashcraft,
Yes.
Bob Bishop.
Yes.
Joe Buck,
Yes.
Gary Fox.
Yes.
Charlie Hastings.
Yes.
Chuck Liddell.
Yes.
Teresa Popejoy.
Yes.
The rules are suspended for consideration of ordinance 2013-26 on second reading. Call for the vote on ordinance 2013-26.
Teresa Popejoy,
Yes.
Chuck Liddell,
Yes.
Charlie Hastings.
Yes.
Gary Fox.
Yes.
Joe Buck.
Yes.
Bob Bishop.
Yes.
Jeremy Ashcraft.
Yes.
Ordinance 2013-26 passes on second reading on a vote of 7 in favor, 0 opposed. Ordinance 2013-27. Councilperson Popejoy, please.
Ordinance 2013-27, an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of Logansport, Indiana concerning the use of fertilizers, herbicides, chemicals, and/or compounds commonly used for agriculture. Mayor Franklin, I call for a vote on ordinance 2013-27 and request a suspension of the rules at the same time.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and properly seconded to consider or to move ordinance 2013-27 for a vote. But before we do that, we need to take a vote on suspension of the rules regarding ordinance 2013-27. I'll call for the vote on suspension of the rules.
Jeremy Ashcraft,
Yes.
Bob Bishop.
Yes.
Joe Buck.
Yes.
Gary Fox.
Yes.
Charlie Hastings.
Yes.
Chuck Liddell.
Yes.
Teresa Popejoy.
Yes.
Rules are suspended on a vote of 7 in favor, 0 opposed. Now ordinance 2013-27 in its entirety. Call for the vote.
Teresa Popejoy.
Yes.
Chuck Liddell.
Yes.
Charlie Hastings.
Yes.
Gary Fox.
Yes.
Joe Buck.
Yes.
Bob Bishop.
Yes.
Jeremy Ashcraft.
Yes.
Ordinance 2013-27 passes on second reading on a vote of 7 in favor, 0 opposed. Now, ordinance 2013-28. Councilman Buck, please.
Ordinance 2013-28, an ordinance of the Common Council of the City of Logansport, Indiana concerning stormwater fees, and this ordinance is as amended.
Second.
I call for a vote.
It's been moved and properly seconded to consider ordinance 2013-28. Prior to consideration, we need to have one more vote on suspension of the rules. Somebody make that motion.
Your Honor, I make a motion we suspend the rules for ordinance 2013-28.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded to suspend the rules. Is there any discussion? Call for a vote on suspension of the rules.
Jeremy Ashcraft?
Yes.
Bob Bishop?
Yes.
Joe Buck?
Yes.
Gary Fox?
Yes.
Charlie Hastings?
Yes.
Chuck Liddell?
Yes.
Teresa Popejoy?
Yes.
Rules are suspended on a vote of 7 in favor, 0 opposed. Now, ordinance 2013-28 in its entirety. Council, I would offer to you the document that was emailed some time ago, July 8th, I believe, was the date that this may have went out. The ordinance that's in your packet is not the same as the one that was emailed out. The one in your packet was the original version as was adopted on first reading back in August of 2013. Just before this meeting started, I provided a copy of an amended ordinance, and I would ask that those changes be incorporated into the document and that the amended ordinance as provided be the one that you consider tonight.
Need a motion to approve as amended?
Those would be amendments. I think we need an amendment, to offer an amendment
A
with the
motion for
changes.
amendment?
Yes, with the changes as provided.
I'll make that a motion.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion regarding the amendment? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote on ordinance 2013-28.
Gary Fox?
Yes.
Charlie Hastings?
Yes.
Chuck Liddell?
Yes.
Teresa Popejoy?
Yes.
Joe Buck?
Yes.
Bob Bishop?
Yes.
Jeremy Ashcraft?
Yes.
Ordinance 2013-28 passes on second reading on a vote of 7 in favor, 0 opposed. Are there any board member comments? Hearing none. Is there any miscellaneous business, including any matters not already considered?
Did we just amended this, now we got to vote on it?
Oh, I'm sorry.
We gotta vote on the
I am
whole
so
thing now?
sorry. Yes, now ordinance 2013-28 in its entirety as amended. Thank you, Gary.
Jeremy Ashcraft?
Yes.
Bob Bishop?
Yes.
Joe Buck?
Yes.
Gary Fox?
Yes.
Charlie Hastings?
Yes.
Chuck Liddell?
Yes.
Teresa Popejoy?
Yes.
All right, now, ordinance 2013-28 passes on second reading on a vote of 7 in favor, 0 opposed. Are there any board member comments now?
How's the remonstrance coming?
Court date is scheduled for sometime late September, I believe September 30, I believe. So, nothing yet. Any other board member comments? Any miscellaneous business, including matters not already considered? Would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
We're adjourned.